Armed Forces Remembrance Day is a solemn occasion observed annually to honor the brave military personnel who have made the ultimate sacrifice for their countries. This day calls for moments of reflection and recognition, but it also raises important questions. Do we truly celebrate their sacrifices enough? Olawale was among a group of 70 soldiers sentenced to death for mutiny in 2014. After they raised concerns about the lack of proper equipment to fight Boko Haram insurgents. Despite the dire circumstances, facing off against better equipped militants with only limited ammunition.
That very day, we lost 38 of our men. Then the next morning, the same commander came and meet us in the camp and began to say, gentlemen, now let us go and recover the body of our brothers.
Olawale and his comrades were charged with mutiny when they demanded better resources to protect themselves and fulfill their duties. Their punishment was later reduced, but the scars of their experience persisted. Even after their eventual release in 2021, many of the soldiers continued to face an uphill battle to secure the entitlement, discharge certificates, and compensation they were promised. The settlement of Colonel Nasiru Salami, a retired 76-year-old Civil War veteran, further highlights the systemic issues in the treatment of military personnel. Salami, who served in the Nigerian army during the Biafra War, was left with a permanent disability after losing his right foot in battle. His painful experiences on the battlefield and subsequent struggles as a retiree lead him to discourage his own children from following in his footsteps. Retired military personnel staged a protest by blocking the entrance to the Ministry of Finance in Abuja to demand the full payment of their long overdue entitlement. For months, the retirees had been told there were no available funds to settle their entitlement, despite official approval for payment. They were owed a salary increment of 20% to 28% for the period covering January to November 2024. In addition, they are demanding compensation for other outstanding benefits, including palliative for the period between October 2023 and November 2024. An additional 32,000 naira to be added to their pensions, a lump sum payment for the security debarment allowance, and a refund of pension deductions made from the salaries of medically boarded soldiers. In response to their protest, the federal government paid 50% of their owned entitlement and promised to settle the remaining balance. However, the retirees claim that the government has not followed through on this promise. In the end, the true measure of remembrance should not rest solely in one day of tribute, but on the consistent and meaningful support for those who serve. The reality of war is not limited to the battlefield, and the toll it takes on soldiers and their families stretches far beyond the front lines. If we are to truly honor their sacrifice, we must bridge the gap between public recognition and the long-term care they deserve. Do not forget to follow us on all our social media platforms on Fact News Hausa and Fact News Africa.